Welcome to Thrive Week 1 of 8. We are so excited to have you here. Today, we are going to kickstart our program with an aerobic workout routine. Research continues to show that aerobic exercise is incredibly beneficial for brain health, among other things, and that it can actually enhance neuroplasticity. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with our first exercise, which is marches. So all you're going to do to start off with is bring those knees up while you're sitting down and march away. Now there are a couple different ways that you can modify this exercise to make it either a little harder or a little easier. So if you're looking for more of a challenge, you can throw your arms into it as well if you have the movement, or even if you just have a little bit of movement on one side, that's a-okay too. You can also go into standing and do standing marches if you feel like your balance and your coordination makes it safe enough for you to do that, or you have some support with another person or something sturdy to hang on to. Now, if this is really challenging and maybe you don't have as much movement on one side, I just want you to focus on getting the movement that you can. So whether it's bringing one leg up really high, the uninvolved side, and then maybe the involved side you're just bringing up a little bit, that's totally fine. Do your best, start where you are, and that's a-okay. But we're moving into exercise 2, which is punches. So again, I'm gonna be showing you all of these sitting down, but if you would like to modify them to make them a little more challenging, you can do them standing up as long as safety comes first. So punches, we are putting both arms up and we're crossing the body, punching across the body. If you have seen any of my other aerobic exercise videos before, you know punches is one of my favorite. Now again, if you don't have a ton of movement on your involved side, maybe you just have a little bit of shoulder movement. Throw that into the mix. I just want you punching with your uninvolved side and then bringing that shoulder up if that's the movement that you have. Now, if you have a little bit more arm movement, throw that into the mix. Give it whatever you have. Start wherever you are. All right, fantastic. Let's finish here. Moving into the next exercise, which is kicks. So again, sitting down, what you're going to do is bring that leg up, straighten that knee and kick it out. Alternate, alternate. Next one, doing great. Again, need more of a challenge, you can throw your arms into it. If you feel like your sitting balance is good, and you're not gonna topple over if you throw both into the mix, right? You can also do kicks standing up if you're standing at something sturdy, or you got someone with you to help hold you there for balance and for safety. Very nice. Now you'll notice I'm not getting super high. I've got a little bit of a belly in the way right now, a baby belly, but I want you to bring those knees up, those legs up as high as you can get them, and try to push yourself just a little bit. All right, stop there. Now we're going into rows. So again, I'm gonna be showing you seated. What I'd like you to do is lean forward just a bit, but you're gonna be keeping your back nice and straight. So what you're gonna do is arms are gonna come out, back is straight, lean forward. I don't wanna see you hunching over like this. That's really bad form and could lead to possible injuries. But we're lean forward, arms are in front of you, pulling back, like you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Now here's the thing, if you don't have enough movement to bring your involved arm up, all I want you to do is try to focus on bringing your scapula or your shoulder blades back. So even if one arm is kind of just hanging here, focus on pulling back, bringing the scapula, the shoulder back, and then pushing forward. You're doing fantastic. Let's keep it going. Give me 2 more. 1 and 2. Rest there. Moving on to our last exercise before we have a short break. This is sit to stand. Now, this is also another one of my favorite exercises. It gets the whole body engaged. So what you're gonna do is, if you're able, hands are gonna be planted on the sitting surface or on some armrest. You're gonna practice leaning forward, nose over toes, pushing up through your feet, Butt's coming off of whatever sitting surface you're on, and you're coming all the way up to standing if you can. I'm about to cut my head off here, so I'm gonna sit back down. If that is too much to start off with, I want you to focus on just that movement of leaning forward, nose over toes, butt's coming up off the surface, but you don't have to go all the way up to standing. Then come back down. Very nice. Let's try another one of those. Good. We're gonna do that again. One more, and then we're gonna take a rest break. Very nice. Rest. We have about 20 seconds here. Pause the video if you need to. Catch your breath, grab a drink of water. Staying hydrated is really important. So, doing your best here. Let's all take a nice big deep breath in together. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Fantastic job. Guess what? We're back at our second set. So we're back at marches. So this is where we're just raising those knees up nice and high. Now, if you can come up straight, that's great. I'm kind of coming out a little to the side just to accommodate here. And I want you to bring those knees up as high as you can. You may not have a ton of movement. You may just have a little bit of movement. Maybe even hard to get your foot off the ground. But I want you to do your best. And if you have the ability to really raise that leg, that foot up, 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 bring it up as high as you can. Because that's gonna give you a little more of a challenge. Not only are you gonna get some good aerobic health from that, but you're also going to get great strengthening from that as well. All right, we've got about 8 more seconds here. So keep that marching going. You're almost there. Like I said last time, you can throw in some arms into that if you want. Otherwise, we're saving arms for this exercise. We're moving into punches. So this is where we are going to cross our body, punch, punch, punch. You're doing fantastic, punching across the body. And like I mentioned last time, if that movement is not quite there yet, you don't have this full movement, but you have a little bit of shoulder movement, throw that into the mix. You're able to raise that arm up a little bit, throw that into the mix. You have a little bit of ability to straighten your elbow, throw that in. Whatever you have, use that, because we have to challenge it. We have to use it to improve it. Second principle of neuroplasticity, right? So while we're using it, we're making those nice neuroplastic connections. And if you're unfamiliar with what neuroplasticity is, make sure that you check out the video that's linked above. That is going to give you a little bit more of an explanation. All right, moving on to the next exercise, we're on to kicks. So this is where we're stabilizing, we're kicking up, straightening that knee, kicking those legs up, high as you can get them, as straight as you can get that nice knee, All right, keep it going. You're doing fantastic. We're about halfway through, so stick with me here. Doing great. Make sure that you're pacing yourself and taking breaks if you need to. I keep saying this, but it's true. Everybody is just at a different starting point. This whole home recovery program, any of my exercise routines are meant to be modified to meet you where you are, because stroke survivors sit across a spectrum. Everybody is at a different point in their home recovery, or in their recovery, really. Okay, go ahead and take a rest there. We're moving into rows. So this is where feet are planted. We're leaning forward. Back is nice and straight, not hunched over, right? Leaned over, back is straight, arms in front. We're pulling, squeezing our scapula behind us. Good. Fantastic. We're pulling those shoulder blades together like you're trying to pinch a pencil in between them. Fantastic. Again, if you don't have this full movement, maybe one of those arms wants to lag behind, bring your shoulders back, your shoulder blades back. Work those together. Try to pull in those shoulder blades, even if you don't have a ton of movement. We've got to start somewhere, right? Let's do one more together. Fantastic. We're back at the last exercise, sit to stand. So if you have the ability, you're gonna put both hands down on the sitting surface or armrest. Lean forward, nose over toes. The bottom is coming up off the sitting surface. If you are safe enough to do so, or you have someone with you to help, you can come all the way up to standing. Ignore that I'm cutting my head off here. And then coming back down. Now, if you don't feel safe enough to do that, to come all the way up, or you're not quite there yet, all you're doing, leaning forward, bottom is coming up, bottom is coming down. It can be helpful if you have either a walker or something sturdy in front of you to hang on to. If you feel like that lean forward is gonna get you a little bit off balance, but we have to have that lean forward. This movement is incredibly necessary when you're trying to stand in preparation for walking. So we have to have that movement of getting up, leaning forward in order to get our body all the way up. Stop there. Let's take a nice big deep breath in through our nose together. And then breathe out through your mouth. Beautiful job today. That was week 1 of 8 of the Thrive program. I really hope that you found these aerobic exercises helpful. Now, this is something that you can come back to again and again if you want to, but otherwise, I encourage you, leave comments down below. Let me know and others in the community know how you felt about this one. How did you feel afterwards? Respond and comment on others' comments as well to keep them encouraged. All right, everyone. That's gonna be it for today. As always, I'm leaving a link down in the description if you'd like to sign up for the email list, which gets you a free copy of my ebook, The Stroke Recovery Pocket Guide, as well as free emails every week. And if you find value in what we do here at Post Stroke, consider gifting us, either by giving us a super thanks by clicking in the YouTube bar below, by giving us a one-time donation via PayPal, or by becoming a Patreon member, where in exchange for a monthly donation gets you access to cool perks like social media shoutouts and even YouTube shoutouts, of which I have a few today. Thank you all so much for continuing to contribute at the Empowerer level. We can't do what we do without you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.